All right, it's WNCW. That is the Reverend Peyton and his big damn band. And a song called Something for Nothing. My name is Roland. I'm down here in Studio B trying to get ready for the weekend. Live Studio B sessions on WNCW are made possible by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. And I don't know, can we get any energy in the room today, you guys?
Let's give it a shot.
we got 8 people I think are ready to bring it. Brownout is live today in Studio B. Thanks for coming in. Last time y'all were here, I think it was just about everyone was here last time, and you were then Grupo Fantasma.
Yeah.
But it's the same band, so talk about it. That's kind of neat.
I would just go into the phone booth, do the Clark Kent, turn into Superman, emerge as Brownout. Yeah, it's basically Grupo Fantasma. The main difference with it between the two bands is that we have 2 lead singers in Grupo Fantasma, and we focus more on Latin music. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of our funk outlet.
More kind of traditional rhythms that you're working
exactly,
with
Grupo Fantasma, yeah.
But it's just so interesting that like it's the exact same band. So do you have to become, do you change sort of your mindset? Like now, today we will rehearse as Brownout?
Yeah, funny enough, actually we rehearse usually like on the same night, and we'll say like 9 to 11 is Brownout rehearsal, or 9 to 11 is Grupo Fantasma rehearsal. Then we kick those 2 guys out and we switch into Brownout mode.
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know if other bands that I know of are doing that. How did y'all get started on that?
Oh, there's a few people that we know that kind of do this kind of thing. But we originally, before we started Grupo Fantasma, when we first started just jamming kind of for fun and playing parties and stuff, we were doing music closer to what we're doing with Brownout. And then we decided to, start a band called Grupo Fantasma and focus on Latin stuff. And then next thing you knew, we were playing to a line around the block, and suddenly we're going on tour, and 10 years fly by. And now 12 years at this point. So anyways, a few years into Grupo Fantasma, we were getting so busy with it, we just did this for fun, just to kind of get back to our roots and just do, get the band back together and keep our, it's honestly a lot of it was early on was giving ourselves a break from Grupo Fantasma. We were playing so much, and it was easy to start getting close to like almost getting kind of worn out from it. So this was a way to keep it fresh and keep us, it makes us better musicians, honestly, to be able to play different kinds of music.
Right.
Night in and night out. It actually, I feel like it's done a lot for the band. It works good for both bands. It's good for it just made us a tighter band in general, anyway. So
yeah, I could see this being like tension release music too. Like
yeah, that's what it started at, and then we put out a few records, and the records did really well. As far as getting buzz, and it reminded me of the early buzz we had with Grupo Fantasma when we put out our first Brownout records. And, now we're trying to, we can't do Grupo Fantasma 365 days a year, so we're trying to give both bands a little bit of attention and, a way to keep us working and also keep us fresh and like I said, trying to make ourselves better musicians.
Yeah. I could just see this thing where, like, you have people who love Grupo Fantasma, and then there are other people who like Brownout, and they have no idea it's the same band. Is it like, do you have 2 different sets of fans, kind of? Or does that happen?
There's some crossover, but we do get that a lot, actually. We get a lot of people who just do not like Grupo Fantasma and love Brownout. We get, and vice versa, so.
Yeah. That's cool. This band seems really rooted in that kind of 70s.
Yeah.
Is that where you're listening? Where does it start?
Yeah, that was the beginning. Originally, when we first got the band together, we just put a CD together of all of our favorite songs and just covered them. We were doing stuff like, obviously James Brown is a big influence, but we were doing stuff from War and like the Blackbirds and everything to early Earth, Wind and Fire and stuff like that. So that was those are the big influences early on, and now we're just writing original music. And at this point, we hardly have to go back and reference any sort of old music. We're just kind of doing our thing.
It seems like the sound has changed with the band, at least following the records. It's been a kind of an evolution with Brownout.
Good, that's a good thing. Have you noticed it? That's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, there's less on the on vocals now, right?
Yeah. We're doing we do more vocals now, what we call brocals. It's just all of us kind of singing. It's it's very much rooted in that tradition of Afro-Latin funk and a lot of Afro music was that big group vocal kind of chant thing, and that's kind of our crutch for not having anybody who can really sing.
When in doubt. It worked for Dizzy Gillespie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So again, this is Brownout, who's playing live in Studio B. The latest CD is called Uzi. We can talk about that a little bit. We played that quite a bit. Came out back in the spring, I guess.
Yeah.
Y'all been playing together, 12 years? Is that what you said? Something?
It's Grupo Fantasma, 12 years. It gets complicated.
Yeah,
before that, as Brownout and various other bands, probably 15 years. These guys go back 17 years or something like that.
You were kids back then, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, it's tight. I can tell you've played before.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow. So Brownout is playing tonight up in Asheville. This is just a little taste of what it's all going to be about up at the Asheville Music Hall. Someone handed me a schedule. Doors at 9. Looks like Earfunk. Funk band out in New Orleans is going to go on at 10, and sometime around midnight, you guys are.
There you go. Shows what I know. Yeah.
Hey, midnight's the perfect Brownout time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it all gets going. Do you want to run around the room and introduce the band, or introduce each other? Or
yeah, I'll do that. Starting over there on the drums, that is John Speece. On the congas, we have Sweet Lou Holmes. On trumpet, we have Gilbert Elorriaga. On trombone, we have Mark Speedy Gonzalez. On baritone saxophone, that's Josh Levy. On guitar, that is Beto Martinez. On bass, that is Greg Gonzalez. And my name is Adrian Casala, and I play guitar as well.
Wow. It really sounds good today. Looks like you're playing mostly new songs, but Uzi was the last record. Are you playing stuff off of that material off of that, or?
No, it shows you what. Oh, tonight we will be, but it shows you our business savvy minds is we're not playing any songs off our album. So go buy our album if you like the music. No,
During its for
no,
the
but
record,
anyways,
we refuse to play.
Yeah, we're playing all this brand new music. We've been on a little writing kick here, so we're just excited to be playing all this stuff.
We love the record. Came in, we didn't know who Brownout was, and just someone, I think Joe caught a hold of this, was like, we've got to play this.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. How do you take this music and turn it into something that you know, like capture it in the studio?
We try to go, you know, honestly, the best way to capture this stuff is really the way that they used to capture the music, you know, that we were influenced by, is just go in there and do as much live as possible.
Play it.
Because of space constraints, sometimes we have to, you know, we always have to actually end up doing the horns later. But for the most part, yeah, we try to capture that rhythm section live.
Yeah.
On our very first record, actually, because we were just kind of doing it at home studios and stuff. Actually, we did that quite a bit on the second record as well, was just kind of recorded all over the place. Some of them like were one instrument at a time, some were live, just whatever we could. Whenever we can get into a studio, we'll go in and cut live. If not, we're doing it at somebody's, you know, in somebody's living room or something.
So are you working on another record? You're working on new materials?
We're working on new material at the moment, and we do have a few songs recorded, actually.
Yeah.
We have 4 new songs recorded, and then we have a whole bunch of new songs we haven't. So hopefully at some point here in the next few months, we'll go back into the studio.
And so then is the same thing going on with Grupo Fantasma?
Grupo Fantasma has a new record in the can, completely done. Produced by Steve Berlin from Los Lobos, and that one is done. And we're just trying to figure out distribution options for that. So that should be out hopefully this summer.
Nice.
But yeah, they have a record in the can.
So is there like a whole tour? Like you might come back here in a few months as Grupo Fantasma? Is that?
Maybe in the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a science fiction, like you're going to run into yourselves on the road or something.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah. It's Twilight Zone.
We've played with those guys.
Yeah, well, those guys, I mean, they open for us.
Yeah, they're all
It's
right.
happened before too.
Have you ever, it's getting silly now, you've opened for yourselves?
Yeah, we have.
Of course, yeah.
They're divas, man. They got big heads. The group of guys they have with the whole
group of
Grammy,
guys,
with all that Grammy baggage. Yeah,
I like you guys better. You're laid back.
yeah,
know?
we're the yeah.
Don't tell them, but. So again, the joke is that Brownout is also a Grupo Fantasma, in case you're joining us in mid-session here. And they're playing tonight at the Asheville Music Hall. Website?
Brownoutmusic.com.
Brownout.
Yeah, and it basically for now it's directing you to brownoutmusic.tumblr.com to make it any more complicated.
Yeah.
But yeah, brownoutmusic.com, and we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah, we're out there.
Cool. Something tells me people move around during your shows. Is that?
That's the goal.
That's the goal. What are the live shows like? Did these songs stretch?
Yeah, we tend to get a little carried away live. No, it's fun. It's, you know, we try to encourage, definitely try to make it into a dance party. You know, when we started playing this kind of music, we started by playing it in house parties and coffee shops and stuff where it was just wall to wall, people, you know, 2 feet away from us dancing in our face. So that's kind of the vibe we try to capture.
Yeah, I could see that. I know you worked with Prince for a while, I guess, as Grupo Fantasma. What was that like?
Oh, it was pretty amazing. We did that for a few years, and you know, we that's one, like I said, one of the things in the challenge to always make ourselves better musicians is it's nice to kind of switch into that backing band role every once in a while. It just kind of makes us tighter and pay attention more. But yeah, we backed Prince. Recently, we've been back as Brownout, been backing Jizza of Wu-Tang Clan as his live band on and off. So yeah, we love switching into that mode too.
Yeah, I would think that would make you a better musician. Suddenly, everything, you know, the whole objective is different, and you've got to sort of switch.
Yeah, it's really nice, especially when you have somebody like, you know, like a Prince or a Jizza or somebody who's they're just superstars, and they you know, it's nice to step back and just let them stand at the front of the stage and us just provide the bed for.
Someone like that, are they really in charge, or do they leave the details to someone else, like as a band leader?
It depends. You know, with Prince is very much in charge. Yeah, he is. He can play every instrument that we all play better than us.
Better than
you know. Yeah. So like he will tear you apart. Literally tore the band down. You know, from like at a rehearsal would have us play, break it down and just say everybody leave except for the drummer, and then build it back up and say, this is what you're gonna play, and then add the bass, and then add the guitars, and add the keyboards, and then, you know, work on the horn arrangements on keyboards.
Wow.
Stuff like that. Yeah. So that you know, obviously working with him was pretty incredible.
Yeah, learning experience.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. You guys, so new record coming out in the summer. Do you have a name for it? Any?
No. we don't yet. Oh, for Brownout or Grupo Fantasma?
Well,
This is
either
where
one.
it starts
Yeah,
getting
no,
tricky.
yeah,
we're
I'm
not-
confused myself.
Yeah, yeah,
now.
exactly.
Uh,
We are in the voting process for
Right.
Grupo Fantasma's record.
Yeah.
As my friend Martin from Antibala says, getting anything done in a band like this is like Congress passing a budget. So we're just trying to decide on a title right now.
yeah, I can see
And
that.
then when it gets to Congress, then so we'll have a title soon, and then Brownout will be having a record here, hopefully probably around that time too.
Yeah, it's 8 people, but it's almost like having 16 people, isn't it? By the time you get all your alter egos and stuff going. So, you guys, it sounds great today. Absolutely, just great sounding stuff. It's Brownout playing live today here in Studio B at WNCW. Live Studio B sessions on WNCW made possible by Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. And let everyone know John Watson's here from Watson Video, so we'll have this up hopefully on our YouTube page next week. 2 days, says John, if everyone's happy
All
with
right.
it. I would suggest people check that out, too. Asheville Music Hall tonight, along with Ear Funk. Brownout, thanks you guys so much for coming
Thanks for
in.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
You got to come again next time. You or your friends in the group,
Sure.
one of the two.
We'll do that.
All right, take care. Have a great weekend, too. It's WNCW. We get Bob Dylan now.